How's everybody doing? This is L.A. Kendrick with another horror story. It's got a little different twist to it. And again, from the House of Havoc, the Crib of Chaos. It's just got a little bit of a different spin. And I titled this The Night I Thought I Was Going to Die. May have to chop that title up a little bit, but let's get right into it. I remember when I had first went into basic training, and we were in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and went through the whole process of getting everything ready, getting everything issued to you, weapons squad, weapons qualification, all that good stuff, physical fitness, PT tests, the whole nine. And this particular day, we went to the field. So you have to go to the field for like 2 or 3 days. And I think we were on our last day. And, it's cold because it was in February. It's really, really cold. And we were eating those MREs, which are really nasty. And I did everything I could not to eat as little as I could for those days. Because I didn't like the way the MREs made you either constipated or made you go. So, we're getting the work in, getting the training in, and learning how to do the whole picture tent thing. And there were like some rundown buildings that you would stay in, say if it rained or the weather turned for the worst or what have you, because Missouri has some really strange weather and it just changes at the drop of a hat. And so you could see the sky. The sky was looking really weird, and again, you're sleep deprived and things of that nature. Anything that they can do to tear you down and build you back up. And the sky looked kind of weird and didn't think much of it. So later on that evening, as we were settling into our tents, and we weren't using the actual shacks that they rundown shacks that they use for training. And I noticed that it was dark out and you couldn't see any stars. It was kind of weird. You couldn't see any stars at all. And I noticed that the drill sergeants, they actually got a phone, like not a phone call. Let me take the phone call out of it. It wasn't a phone call. And then again, you know what? I'm not really sure how they got alerted. I just saw them alerted to something. And they might have had their phone and was alerted to it. But they said we had like really bad inclement weather coming in. And they had a more concerned look on their face than I'd seen on their face, because drill sergeants are usually real cool and calm when it comes to strenuous and hostile situations. So they told all of us to gather up some of our stuff and then put in the rucksacks and then go inside these buildings. And I remember we all huddled in and we asked what was going on, and they said we got some really bad weather about to hit us, really bad weather. And I don't know if someone asked, because we had like a lot of 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25, 30-year-olds. I think we even had some 40-year-olds in there, because again, we were training for 9/11. It was like 2009. So they told us, that there was a tornado in the area. And I thought, man, okay, all right. Because again, I believe that area between Kentucky and Missouri is like they call it like Tornado Alley. It's in one of those tornado alley places. And, we weren't thinking much of it. But then, man, I tell you what, the wind started picking up and you could just hear that whistling, just strong wind, right? It started shaking the building. And then you could hear this, what sounded like a train. And I've always heard that they say tornadoes sound like trains when they come through. And I kid you not, it sounded like a couple of hundred trains. It was just extremely loud. And then you could see the roof on this shack, pretty much run down shack, and you could see the roof just buckling. And you could see the sergeant again. The drill sergeants were real calm, but you could see that they were, like they were kind of uneasy, but not to the point where they let on that because if they let on that they're scared, it probably would have affected us more. And you saw a lot of people in there crying. Just the young folks were breaking down crying. You had some of them acting like idiots where they were jumping around and, well, not necessarily jumping around, but more like making it like a joke until it got real serious to where you could see like the roof actually seeming like it was about to be ripped off the top of it. And I'm talking about, I thought to myself, it was me and a young lady, last name was Bell. And me and Bell kind of sat back to back because it was a co-ed basic training. And we were sitting back to back, and you could just see people around you just crying. She got real calm, I got real calm, but I'm telling you, I was scared because that's one of the few times in my life that I've ever been scared, and I swear I thought I was going to die. And I was trying to make peace with the universe, and because again, all I kept seeing was that roof being ripped up and ripped off, and all of us being sucked out and sucked up into the sky in the middle of the night because it was dark, it was nighttime, and just swirling around in that tornadic activity and just flown, hundreds of miles or however far a tornado can throw you. And that's all I thought. And there was, to me, there's nothing more terrifying than being attacked and you can't see, or about to lose your life and you can't see what's happening, or something taking your life from you. And it was just really intense. And I mean, it was intense. And this went on for about maybe 15, 20 minutes of that kind of activity. And then just like that, everything stopped and everything got quiet on the outside. So I remember one of the drill sergeants walking outside, to look and see if everything was okay. And they said the coast was clear. And then, now I do remember hearing a loud horn go off. And the drill sergeants came back and they got around each other again. And then they said there was another one coming. So we had 2 tornadoes touch down pretty much in the same area. And again, I don't know how far that the first one was from us, but the second one was a little bit aggressive, but nothing like the first one. So I don't know how close the first one was, and I dang sure don't know how close the second one was. And again, you talk about somebody scared. Again, can you imagine being sucked up out of something? Because that building wasn't going to hold it. I thought it was going to collapse on us. It was pretty raggedy. And like I said, to be sucked out and thrown into the air, and that's the way that you're going to die. You're going to meet your maker somewhere. What's the closest? Kentucky or Ohio, one of those states. That's how far I've heard that it can fling you hundreds of miles. So I can't even imagine dying like that. Just that noise around you, and just completely, it was out of my control. There was nothing that I could do. There was nothing that could be done. That would have been the end of me. That was just going to be the end of me. And I had to make peace with the universe. Scared as I was, had to make peace with the universe. So, that was my tale of me dying, or thinking that I was going to die and that was going to be the end. Again, you guys, tell me what you think about it. Because that's, like I said, it's definitely a real life situation, and it can happen at any given time because you can't control nature, and nature rules. Whether it's a virus, whether it's a earthquake, a hurricane, or tornado, incredible lightning strikes, blizzards, avalanches. You can't beat nature. Nature is going to always win out. And again, I think we were very fortunate to not have anything happen, and no casualties. So again, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment, and subscribe. I have a Cash App. It's $outrage95. Please feel free to, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I did that one just real quick, just to kind of give you an idea of things, and like that was really horrifying to me. It's like being on a roller coaster and then not having the rails or anything like that. You're just going to be thrown, and that could be the end of you. So remember, I have published work already out on Amazon, Barnes, Ingram, Kindle, Nook. I've got published work out there already. And it's Halloween, so I'm going to be doing a lot of stories this month. This is the month of Halloween. And again, I have children's novels with education and scary stuff in it, nowhere near as graphic as what I've done here. And I've got adult sci-fi, which is graphic and just something for everyone. Comic books, I got the whole nine. I put a lot of work into what I'm doing and trying to make sure I have as much content out there as possible. So remember, this has been L.A. Kendrick from the House of Havoc. Make sure this Halloween, this month, that you check in the dark corners and recesses of your home. Check your closets. Check under your beds. And if you happen to work at night, check your surroundings. Check underneath your car. Because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to make you a story. And this has been L.A. Kendrick, bringing you the heavy.